Hello everybody, my name is Jarka and I'm an art teacher and I own Lil Monsters Art. I host creative parties and fundraisers for adults and children. Right now I am selling creative kits because I can't go and do any of my birthday parties or any of the events that I would normally be doing. So if you're just following along with your own supplies, that's wonderful. If you're following along with my kit, awesome. Thank you so much. And if you are one of my students at Nellie Bennett, hi guys, I miss you. Just want to say this is week 8. Hopefully things will start to get back to normal at some point. But in the meantime, we can create. So I'd love to show you how today to do a step-by-step shark, okay? So if you purchase the kit, you'll get a 16 by 20 canvas. You're also going to get a new paintbrush and a palette with all of the necessary colors. This one is not gonna come with too many colors because you only need red, white, black, gray, light blue, and dark blue. Okay, so you're not gonna have too many colors, but you'll have a lot more of the colors, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by showing you how to draw your shark, okay? So you are going to need a couple of things. If you're following along in your painting, you're gonna need water for your brush, your palette of colors, or your crayons or markers, whatever you're using. You're also going to need a pencil so that you can draw, okay? And the drawing portion is going to be very easy today. It's gonna be a couple simple directions and then we'll get started with our painting, okay? So go grab your materials and get your pencil ready and we will be back to draw in 1 second. Okay, so now I'm ready to start my drawing and I'm gonna show you how. We're just going to start at the bottom. We're gonna make a line. I'm holding my artwork, or my canvas, I'm sorry. Vertical means tall like a building because that's gonna be the best way to do this project, okay? You can make a line that goes from one side to the other. It's just kind of like a wavy line, or I'm gonna show you a way to make it look like real waves, okay? So if you just take the letter C and draw it about 2 inches, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. You're just gonna draw out the letter C 4 or 5 times, however you get. You just don't want them really tiny, okay? I hope you can see that. And what you're gonna do is on the second C, when you see the top, you're gonna put your pencil on the top and then you're gonna go to the bottom. So you're gonna draw from the top of the C to the bottom of the C. From the top of the C to the bottom of the C. From the top of this C to the bottom of the C. I know I'm going kind of fast. You can pause the video at any time. And then when you get to the end, you're just gonna go off your paper. And when you begin over here or end this line, you're just going to take it from the top of the C and go all the way to the left off your paper. So it just creates more of like a wave, okay? Some people can just draw this very easily, but the letter C will help you. So you start from the top of the C to the bottom of the one before it. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is his body, okay? Leave about 2 inches, leave a little bit on the top. You can even mark it off with your pencil if you want, but it's gonna kind of look like a pointy letter N. So I'm gonna start all the way over here by this first wave and I'm gonna end over here by the last wave, okay? So I'm gonna go up, 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 up. And then I'm going to, you can either start here or start here. You're gonna go down, 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 down. So it's gonna look like he's kind of jumping out of the water. Okay, so now you're going to do 2 more lines that kind of follow that, but they're not going to be pointy. It's just going to start where the wave is, and it could start over here. Just make sure you don't hit this part of the wave. And you're going to come down. This one is definitely more of a hill. Okay, it's not so pointy. It's like a nice curve, okay? And then you're going to do 1 more that follows pretty close to that. So I'm gonna start around the same area and I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna follow, follow, follow. I'm not doing it far away, I'm doing it pretty close. And then I'm going to come down, okay? And then the next part is going to be his teeth. So we're just going to make little zigzag lines for that, okay? Or like a V. So I'm just zigzag, 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 all the way around. And you can stop in between, like I'm going kind of fast, but you can do 1 and then stop and then do another and then stop. But I just kind of went all the way along and I made sure that they were pretty big. I don't want little tiny teeth unless he's like a little baby shark. okay? So this portion is going to get colored red. This is going to stay white until we decide to paint it white. This is going to be gray. This is going to be a dark blue, and then we have a light blue out here. We're also going to draw his eyes on there, and you don't have to do this now. You could do it later if you forget. Okay, but you want them kind of the same size and right across from each other. Okay, but now we're gonna begin with the painting, and I think that actually what I'm gonna do first is the red, so that then it can have time to dry. So I'm gonna start with my red. So we're gonna put a little bit of red on our brush. Okay, just a little bit. And you're very carefully, and if you need to spin your canvas at any time, a lot of you are probably working where it's flat, but if you need to spin it to reach something a little bit better, you can, but this is gonna be probably the most time-consuming portion. So I'm just going around the teeth. If you accidentally get it on your teeth, don't worry about it. We can always paint over it later. Okay, that's the best thing about paint. You can always fix it. So I'm gonna do this whole section red down to my wave, and then I will be back to show you how to do the rest of the body and then the background, okay? Not sure if I'm gonna do it in that order, but that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so the red part is done, and the good thing is it's drying, so we're not gonna touch the teeth until this is completely dry. What we're gonna do is we're going to do this gray portion, and the gray is going to go right in here, okay? I forgot to mention, if at any time you're having a hard time with your paint spreading out, you can always dip it into a tiny bit of water, and that will help kind of move it around a little bit. Not too much where it's like getting all over the place, but you can always take your paint and then just dip it into a tiny bit of water just to kind of spread it out. Okay, so I'm gonna do this all gray, and then I'm gonna take the dark blue, and I'm going to do my, hold on one second, Bryn. Can you put that over there, honey?
I want to.
Then I'm gonna do the dark blue for my shark. So I'm gonna do the gray and the dark blue, and then I'll be back. Oh dear. Okay, so the gray is done, blue is done, red is done. Now we're going to do more blue down in our water, and we're gonna do the lighter blue at the top. So I'm gonna start by doing the light blue at the top, okay? Cleaning off my brush. And again, if you need to flip your canvas so you can reach, I'm gonna start at the top and work my way down. Okay, if you choose to do something later like clouds or something, that is completely up to you. If you ordered or purchased the kit from me, it only comes with certain colors, so you'll have to use the blue unless you have other colors that you wanted to use from home, okay? So I'm gonna finish this blue, and then I will also go down here and do a dark blue, okay? So I'm gonna do the light blue at the top, and then the same blue that I used for my shark, it's gonna look exactly the same, but then we're gonna kind of put little waves in there, so don't worry about it looking like it kind of is fading with this, okay? So we're gonna do the light blue, and then we're gonna do the dark blue, and I will see you in a few minutes. Alrighty, I know that probably took a little while, but I'm sure it looks great, okay? Your water's probably still a little bit wet. This upper portion is probably drying very nicely, but what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of white, and I'm going to kind of make some lines in the water. Okay, so I'm just gonna make almost like a swirly line or a wavy line. Okay, I'm gonna make a couple of them, and it might not be like a super bright white. That's okay. And you can like do some and then stop, like do one and then do another one, and then do another one over here. You can also, if you did these type of waves, you can kind of go up into the wave. Okay, completely up to you. If you don't like the way you did something, you can always just go back and go over top of it with the blue. You have a lot of that blue if you ordered the kit from me, because you're using that in a lot of different spots on this picture. Okay. So notice that my blue turned, or my white turned into a light blue. That's because it blended with the color that was wet. That's why I wanted to do this portion last. I also want to take a little bit of white and kind of brush it into my shark's body just a little bit. Just make it look a little 3D. Okay, you don't have to do a lot, just a little bit. Okay, I'm also going to paint all of my teeth white. Okay, I'm going to use my brush, just the tip of it, and I am going to paint each of these white. Okay, you can pause the video at any time. I'm just going to do this real quick, and then I'm going to do my eyes black. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I did not do it in my other painting, but one of my students that I had at my school wanted to paint this a few weeks ago, and he outlined his all in black, and it looks really cool. Okay, so I'm going to outline all this in black and show you the difference between the two. Okay, so I did all my teeth very carefully. If there's anything you want to fix, you can fix it now. I'm going to put his little eyes on. Okay, and then you could either use a little white paint when this dries, or on your brush, or you can use it on the end of your brush to kind of make like the little dot in his eye, make it look like a little reflection. Just make sure you wash off or take a paper towel and clean off the opposite end. Okay, so now I'm going to fast forward the video, not fast forward the video, I'm going to put it on a time lapse, and I'm going to just show you what everything's going to look like if you outlined in black. Okay, this one is not outlined in black, and I'll show you the two right next to each other so you can decide if that's what you want to do or not. All right, have fun, guys. Okay, artists, awesome job. If you outlined in black, I'm sure it looks great. If you chose not to, I'm sure that's perfect too. Either way, make sure you sign like the bottom portion of your artwork. I always write my last name, and then I'll write like 2020 so I know what year I made something. Here is the outlined version. Here's the non-outlined version. Whatever you choose, it's completely up to you. If you have anything that you want to fix, or you want to add any clouds or anything, feel free to do whatever you'd like. It is your artwork. And I just want to say thank you again for painting with me. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you will be back next week to paint again. I don't know what we're doing next week, but I hope that you'll come back next time. And if you are one of my students, I miss you. Thank you so much. And I will see you, I'll see you soon. Okay, have a good night.